Continuing on the hood. Hopefully this will be the last part of the hood. So I've got the hood fitting pretty good. I added more material to the back. Obviously you've seen me add more material to the back there on that side. So now you see yellow tape. So this tape is where I'm going to grind the line to. If you can see that little bit of material there, that's got to come off. So that'll be my line that I'm going to follow. A little bit there. Push that in there. It looks like I made that a little tight, but it'll come through there. And then this whole thing here has got to have, there's got a little bit coming off all the way down because this panel is touching this panel. It's funny the way this actually is. See, you can see it up here too. I got just a little bit here that I'm taking off. That'll give me my lines. That'll give me my lines that I need. And you know, if you grind off too much, then you can always add material. In this case, this kind of comes down and it gets a little wide here. I'm going to probably use a little filler here, just a tad, right through there. And that'll keep that nice. So this is in as far as it's going to go, down at the mount down here. So I don't want to push that any further. And then you can see on this side I did the same thing. A little bit of grinding that needs to be done there. It smooths out pretty good here. And then of course down this side I have this. So again, there's just little bits. You know, you can just see just a little bit through here. Some of it's okay, some of it's not. Same with down there. So I gotta grind all that out. That's why that tape is on there. I gotta grind it right to that tape. So there you go. I'm gonna start grinding. I ground down to the tape to give me a decent line. This one's hard to see because of the different colors. But when I get this all one color, I'll be able to see it better all through here and even down this. So this one is wider here because this panel is pulled out just a little bit compared to these are flush. This one is stepped a little bit so it looks wider, but it's not. So I'll have to do some body work and things here. But overall, the gaps are actually looking pretty good. Anything that's not perfect, I will fine tune after I get everything into one color to be able to see everything better. This is kind of the process because it's hard to see through here. They make blocks and stuff that you can sand in there and stuff like that, but they have their place. I don't know if this is the place for those. So anyway, I will keep on going. I got to finish up the underside supports and primer seal, and then primer fill. All right. I ended up stripping the paint, the primer, off the hood and the hood sides completely because I didn't like the way the adhesion was. And so I put a sealer on there, DP90 sealer, and then I did the slick sand here. Is what I'm going to do now is I will sand it, do body work, make sure the gaps are still good, adjust anything that needs to be adjusted, and I'll show you the end result. Right now the hood's not shut down all the way because I primed it, but it's not fully cured yet. I kind of started sanding on it a little bit, but it's really not completely cured. I'm going to let it set another day. It gets cold and stuff, and now it's... Anyway, so there we go so far. So I've done some now body work on the hood. As you can see, the gaps are still good. This is just some crap that I went over on. So this has to be sanded and blended into here like I did up here. You can see now that that is like, that's like right, exactly right. Put just a little bit of filler here, sanded it through, sanded all this through, even down here, a little bit there. See? So there's still more body work to be done, but I do want to get some of these bare spots now sealed up. All the bare spots are fine except this one right here. This is high. I gotta tap that one down, refill a little bit, and then this whole top part of the hood will be done. I can move on to this one here and get some more fill primer on there after I get all that done. There you go. Now on the hood, I just use some sealer, DP90, to get some of these bare spots covered up. So now I'm gonna go over it, fix some of these little problems that I have, and then I'm going to do the cowl, and then I'll end up priming the whole thing. Of course, I gotta do the sides too, but then I'll prime the whole thing that color. Continuing on this very windy day, I did some more body work. I'm gonna call this all preliminary body work because it's not, I'm still gonna fine tune it, and now a pro shop is gonna tell you, just get it as perfect first and da-da-da. Well, that's not the way I'm operating. I know it's gonna cost me probably just a little bit more in primer, but I have to do things in steps and stages, so I'm getting this pretty close. There might be some small touch-ups someplace, like this one here, pretty good. After I started wiping it down a little bit and stuff like that, I did find a couple little spots, but I'm gonna continue on with what I'm gonna do. And then of course, here is the hood sides also. So this is all gonna get into primer filler now. I'm gonna put several coats of primer filler on so I can really start straightening it out with that also. They're pretty straight as it is, but like I said, there are some small imperfections that will probably need to be touched up as I go. But for this part of the hood, with the fitment of the hood and the gapping of the hood, I'm priming it and then I'll put it on. They're all in primer filler now. And again, I know there's little flaws here and there on them, but generally speaking, they're in pretty good shape. This is just a shadow, but anyway, that's the way these are. Now I gotta do a little work on the cowl. There's a little spot that I don't like, so other than that, we are going to be putting them on soon. There you go. This is now painted and put back on. The gaps up front are still a little tight. I got to move, actually can move this forward just a little bit. And then the gaps over here are a little better. You know, there's still little imperfections here and there, but that's okay. So it'll come down. So, not that it's all perfectly done yet, but that's basically done. So like I say, the back is a little wider than the front right now because I can move the front forward a little bit. Probably just a tick, 1/16 of an inch maybe. Because I'm running about 1/8 of an inch in the back right now. I don't know if I even like it that wide, but you got to have something for some movement. So, and I'll probably put the 1/8 up here. But that's all I'm going to do for this. But it gives you an idea on gapping and finishing off this hood. All right.